Welcome to Fireside Chat. My name is Sai. If you're new to my channel, I talk about how I budget, save, and invest money to achieve financial independence. Check out my other videos about how I calculate my financial independence numbers, how I got myself out of $100,000 in debt, how I save and invest over 60% of my income, and how I enjoy my life while I'm on the financial independence journey. You're probably watching this video because you're probably thinking about having kids in the future, or you already have kids in your life and you want to find out more about the 529 plan. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to calculate savings for your kids' college and how to choose Vanguard mutual funds to contribute to the 529 plan. Like any parents, I want my kid to be safe, successful, and financially responsible. So it is my responsibility as a parent to make sure that she is ready for the world before she turns 18. I didn't go to college after high school, and that was my personal choice. My family was not wealthy, so they didn't have any college funds set aside for me, and I completely understood that. I would have taken out tens of thousands of dollars in student loans just to get my 4-year degree, and that was not the life I wanted. So instead, I got a job and I had my employer pay for my tuition. It took me a long time, but I eventually got my 4-year degree for free. So instead of having any student loans, I used that money to contribute to the 529 plan. I have been contributing to her 529 plan since the day she was born, back in 2012. Today, her 529 account has accumulated over 71.84% in total return for the past 9 years. Yeah, you heard that correctly. That is 72% total return in her 529 account. And that's just by contributing $100 a month. These results are incredible, but please don't forget that my past performance doesn't guarantee your future performance. But here's my quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This channel and its videos are for pure educational and entertainment purposes only. If you don't know what a 529 is, be sure to check out the other video for 3 minutes that I posted yesterday on Saturday. I'm trying something new for the channel this week, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I asked myself this question 9 years ago when I first opened a 529 college savings plan. How much money do I need to invest every month to fully fund my daughter's college tuition fees? Well, I don't know how expensive college will be in the year 2030. Probably very expensive. So I used the Vanguard 529 calculator to figure out how much money I need to invest. And I will post that link in the description. So I use University of Nevada, Las Vegas, or UNLV as the baseline of the college tuition fees because I live in the Las Vegas area. So I just accounted for the in-state tuition fees, which also include room and board, which comes up to $19,528 every year. Very expensive. And the rate of annual cost increase, so say inflation is at 2% every year. So by 2030, college costs could be anywhere between $24,000 to $25,000. My contribution has always been $100 a month since 2012. And right now I have about $18,500 saved in the 529 plan. If I continue to have $100 a month saved consistently, then I can probably cover about 3.25 years of her college tuition. So if I change that number, let's say she is 9 years old and she's starting college at 18, I can change that to, let's say, $150 every month. Then I can cover almost all of her college tuition, assuming that the tuition fees will be at between $24,000 to $25,000. So eventually what I will do is probably increase that to about $200 every month so I can account for inflation and the increased cost of college. You don't have to look at the future cost of college. You can actually just start investing as little as $20 bucks a month, and you don't have to contribute $100 right away. You can increase your contributions as your income increases over the years. Opening a 529 account is super easy to do. You just pick a broker and open it. But before you do that, make sure you read up on the restrictions and the contribution limits because every state is different. I have a Vanguard 529 college savings plan, and I'm about to walk you through the application process. If you don't need to watch this part, just click on the next chapter of this video. So in this part, all you have to do is open a Vanguard 529 account, and you can do this from just Google search Vanguard 529. You can start your new account here, and most likely you will do a electronic bank transfer or another Vanguard account. In here, it just tells you the new account process, choose an account type. So you're gonna choose the 529 plan. Your online application process is anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, just depends on how quickly you need to get the social security numbers. Start investing, that takes about 3 days to settle your funds, but let's go ahead and hit continue. After that, you're gonna click on college savings or investing for a minor, and then you click on the Vanguard 529 plan. The Vanguard 529 plan for college savings. And hit continue again. In here, you just do the education savings for a minor, the Vanguard 529 college savings plan, hit continue, and there's gonna be a pop-up window, and you hit continue again. If you're saving this for yourself, you can just click on the I am the beneficiary of this account, put the first name and last name, and then put the social security number, and then click continue. So once you have the 529 savings plan established, you can go ahead and fund it. Say you want to put $100 into the account. So your initial investment is going to take about 3 days to settle. So they're going to verify your bank to make sure that it has gone through and you're not a fraud and you are who you say you are. So once that's done, then you can start choosing your portfolio to invest in. Now that you have your 529 savings plan open, you have two investment options. Number one is the age-based target portfolio, and number two is the self-directed investment. If you don't want to do any more research on the mutual funds, say you just want to put the money in Vanguard and have Vanguard work it for you, you can choose the age-based target portfolio. So what that does is that you can throw $100 in there every single month, and Vanguard will just allocate the assets for you from stocks, bonds, or short-term reserves. Let's take a look at the age-based target portfolios. It's kind of like the life cycle funds that you would invest with a TSP or 401k. So for the 2038 and 2039 portfolio, which is 18 years from now, so that's assuming your kid is 0 to 1 year old today, the expense ratio is at 0.14%, and the portfolio allocation is 95% stocks and 5% bonds. So what that means is that if you invest $100 into the 529 today into that portfolio, $95 of that will go to stocks and $5 of that will go to bonds. I'm not going to go through every single portfolio, but if you click on the 2036 and 2037 portfolio, assuming your kid is between 1 to 2 years old, the asset allocation now becomes 91% stocks and 9% bonds. So basically, the closer your kid is turning 18 years old to go to college, the asset allocation will change to more bonds and less stocks to be less risky in the market. Personally, I'm not a fan of the age-based target portfolios because bonds don't grow as much as stocks. So I am okay with being a little more aggressive and get that 8 to 10% annualized return just from stocks. You can do whatever you want, and I think this strategy is actually not that bad if you don't want to do any more research on the mutual funds. You can also choose the more hands-on approach to investing in your 529 plan. You can choose from US bonds, balanced portfolios, US stocks, international bonds, and international stocks. I chose 2 mutual funds from the US stock portfolio because they have much better returns than any other mutual funds. One of them is the 500 index portfolio, and it is pretty much the same as VFIAX or Vanguard S&P 500 index fund. For the past year, it's given me 40% return, 18% return in the past 3 years, 17% in the past 5 years, and 14% in the past 10 years. The expense ratio is at 0.13% and the initial minimum investment is $3,000. The other mutual fund is the Vanguard Growth Index portfolio, and it tracks the performance of the US large cap stocks like Apple, Google, Amazon, and other large companies. For the past year, it's given me 43% return, 25% return in the last 3 years, 23% in the last 5 years, and 17% in the last 10 years. The expense ratio is at 0.15%, and the initial minimum investment is $3,000. For the asset allocation, I put 65% towards the Growth Index Fund and 35% to the S&P 500 Index Fund. There are plenty of mutual funds that you can choose from. Just make sure you do your own research before you invest. My investment strategy for the 529 plan is simple. Just consistently invest $100 every single month. Eventually, I'm looking to increase that to about $200 a month. If my daughter decides to do something else other than going to college, the account doesn't expire. I can keep that account open and assign the beneficiary to someone else, or even to myself. I'm using the 529 plan for generational wealth transfer because it is funded with after-tax dollars like a Roth IRA before educational expenses. My grandkids and the kids after that can continue to use this account as the money continues to grow. Thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on the 529 college savings plan. I will post a new fire video every Sunday at 9 a.m. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fire videos.